Alright, welcome back everyone to another episode of MC Eternal. I hope that everyone is having a great day. I know that I am. Today is April 15th of 2020, and it is a cold day here in Ohio. The weather has just been crazy lately. I feel like we have such nice days and then such crazy, crummy days. But that's okay, we're inside, we're recording an episode, and we're going to knock some stuff out. So, I have done a little bit off camera. I'm going to jump into that in just a second to show you guys. But first, before we go too far into things, the mod pack has updated. We are now running on 1.3.5.2. A lot of numbers, a lot of points, but basically we just bumped up one from what we were at before. There weren't a ton of changes that were done, but some important ones that I kind of just want to run through to give you guys an idea of what has changed. So, they added vampires need umbrellas, so I'm guessing in relation to vampirism. They added new bounty questing system for over 20 new bounty quests that we can complete. I'm going to take a peek at that here in just a minute. They added the Tinker's Construct balancing changes. They also did some various bug fixes. They updated several loot tables, including those for Treasure 2, and Battle Tower. The Ice and Fire Dragon damage cap has increased, so it's probably a little bit harder to kill dragons now, unfortunately for us, because we have not killed one yet. They did a little bit of player shop balancing, so we can look at that as well, and some recipe fixes. That's everything, the main stuff that they did. Now, some additional things to note to that. The Hardcore Darkness is no longer a function in the Between Lands. I guess that was something that was going on. They removed the player shop water quest, and they say, cough, you know who you are. I'll touch on that in just a second. They nerfed the Agricraft sprinklers, and they also disabled the multi-shot bow enchantment. Luckily for us, we didn't really use bows, but that's okay. So, the player shop water quest. So, in the quest line, it's not going to show it here now. In the player shop, they previously had additional items down here for turning in certain amounts of water or lava. Now, I know that probably several YouTubers have put out videos around this when it was updated to that. The one that I had watched was by Chosen Architect. He put out an episode a couple days ago where he showed how you can basically use a sink from Cooking for Blockheads and tie it up to this task board and continuously turn in water to get coins, because you'd get 1 coin per 650 buckets. I think that's what it was. I think that was the conversion rate, 1 coin per. But since the water can transfer so quickly, and if you're using the Cooking for Blockhead sink, there is an infinite water source right there. So basically you can just hook it up and just get infinite money if you let it sit there. Obviously I did not do that, because it is obviously quite cheaty to do, and that's why they took it out. So if you were looking to be a little bit cheaty or cheap progress through the mod pack, I would suggest use the previous version than the one that we're on. They also said they added in some bounty ones, so let's try to find those. I do not know where they would have put them. There's the player shop, farming and agriculture. There's some exploration. Oh, here's the bounty board. Okay, here we go. So this must be it. Bounties and how they work. So you want to become a bounty hunter? Hunting down some of the most hated, dangerous, and feared creatures is hard work. Bounties are quests that can be completed for a reward. Rewards start off small, but the more bounties you complete, the more unlock. With every bounty, you become a more seasoned hunter, so no doubt, of course, the rewards increase along with the danger. So we can turn this bad boy in. Get some money, a bounty hunter's feast, and then a random loot. We got Adam's backpack. Holy smokes, that bird was loud. So as you can see, we unlocked a decent amount of items here. And actually the first one to do is defeat a Trollager, which I actually did off camera after the last episode, which is pretty funny. Oh yeah, it actually already gave it to us that I completed it, so that's kind of cool. So we get a little bit of money, we get some random loot, magical boomerang. I think we've gotten that before. And then a Nagralite axe from midnight. From the midnight. Ah, okay, from the midnight. I gotcha. Cool. So then I'm guessing we go this way. Yeah. Oh yeah. Well, it goes. That was the first one, and then it kind of branches off in these two different directions. So killing the Naga, which we've done before, and then also killing an evil wizard, which we've also done before. Obviously, those progressions do not carry over to here. But that'll be cool. Maybe we'll do a whole episode dedicated to just hunting down bounties. I think that would be pretty fun. It looks like they might have also updated the Beneath teleporter because we got a black market container from that. Or I just didn't claim it in the last episode. And then we also got the osmium ingot reward, just getting a little bit of money there. So this is the whole mechanism quest line over there. That's not what I wanted. So we will, oh, what is this? Space exploration. That's way out there. I didn't even notice that. Oh, coming real soon. Ooh. Okay. I went to the moon and all I got was this stupid shirt. That's funny. Alright, look at that, guys. A little sneak peek. We're going to get some space exploration there. I wouldn't have even noticed that if I didn't zoom all the way out on accident there. But anywho, that's not what we're getting into today. I will dedicate maybe another episode at a different point to the bounty board. I think that'd be kind of cool to do. Let's unlock this black market chest, see what we get. We got a fiery chest plate, so nothing too crazy. We got that axe, yeah, nothing. We didn't really get too much from it. I do want to comment on the last episode. We looked over that door mod review, or we took a peek at that door mod, and I believe it was Skonig who had mentioned that the player detection works, but you just need to change the timing on it. And if you do that, then you don't even need a pressure plate. So we're going to give it a go really quickly. This is going to be a little bit of a jumbled episode, just so you guys know. So we should be able to put our door modifying in here. You hit modify, put your door frame that you already made in there, and then you come back this way. You put the player detection on, and then you just need to change this. Maybe like the auto close delay is 0. So it should close all the like instantly. Let's try it. I don't know. Now that I'm looking at it, when he was mentioning it in the comments, it made sense. But now that I'm looking at it, I'm a little confused. So if we walk up to it, that's not what we wanted. And I'm not gonna lie, I don't even see it. I don't know what happened to it. Is it gone? Is it there? It looks like it's there. Oh yeah, I can see the... There we go. Oh, that was so strange. Okay. How do we need to do this then? What is it? This one? Yeah. Yeah. We want to modify this door again. No, let's put this back to 6. Auto close delay. What if I put it at 1? How did a skeleton spawn in here? Okay, I see. And you know what? It actually kept the settings from when I made a different door between episodes, so now it doesn't, it's not doing exactly what I want to do. I do want to modify this boy. Put him over there. I don't want vanishing. I want sliding up and down, and I don't want it to be silent. I want the pneumatic door. That's what we want. Now let's give this boy a try again. Alright, so we're far away, we're coming up on it. Oh yeah, there we go. Now we got it working, right? So you can use the player detection, we just have to make sure that you change that close delay from 0. So I have it set at 1 and it seems to work just fine. That's pretty sick. I'm sure it's going to get extremely annoying as time goes on, but that's okay. Well, as you guys can see, this is what I've been working on off camera. So I did get a little bridge set up over here. I'm trying to use different wood types. So I have oak over there and I'm using spruce over here, but also still using oak fences here. I just want different textures and tones within the village. So I figured I'd try that out. But yes, we are starting a wizard tower. I decided to go with limestone because I thought it would be kind of cool and just a material we haven't used before. And I used the chisel to make it into the brick forms. And you can actually make it into the normal toned brick forms and then a darker toned brick form as well. So as you can see, the top is darker than what the middle is. And so the lighter one is from chisel while the other one is from cork, the darker one. So I started on it, but I don't know how I necessarily feel about it thus far. Obviously, I've been modeling it off of other wizard towers that we find. So, like those ones, that one over there. I'm trying to model it similarly to that. Obviously, a little more frills to it than what that has. But I like how those kinds of ones look. So I've been trying to do it, but I think I just made it too big, to be honest with you. I feel like I need to make it a little bit thinner because I think these are 3 on each side. Yeah, 3 wide on each side. And then you get to the top and it's just very simple. And I feel like with this one, I've just made it way too thick. It's too thick of a boy. So I really just need to narrow it down a little bit, probably. Maybe I'll just do the 3. Maybe I'll take out this corner here, bump them in a little bit more, and just have it like that to be a little bit thinner. But try to keep the base decently sized. I like that it just offers a little more support to it. But yeah, I think it starts to almost mimic those towers a little too much, like the battle towers, and that's not what I want. I don't want to have it mimic a battle tower. The other thing that I was doing is I was trying to get secret doors on here, which I thought would be pretty cool, using the mod that we were just checking out. And so we have the limestone door that I used this limestone for, but as you can tell, the shading is not the same on it for whatever reason. So I really don't know. I don't know if I want to switch it up, but yeah, if you put it on silent and vanishing, it's really cool. It kind of just, you know, appears and then disappears. And if we did the player detection on that, it would be super, super cool. But yeah, I need to thin it out a little bit. So that's what I'm probably going to do. I might do that off camera a teeny bit. So yeah, I'm going to get a few things in line here before we then jump into what we are doing today. Okay guys, so I actually did a little bit off camera there, and I have decided on what we are going to get into today, and it actually wasn't what I was planning to do. I think we should take a look at actually additions. So, I'll give you my reasoning first, before we jump into it. So, what I did off camera was I worked on our wizard tower over here, and this is what I've come up with. Obviously not super original. Like I mentioned before, I modeled it after the ones that are pre-generated. Obviously just made it a little bit bigger, made it out of different materials, just kind of prettied it up a little bit. So this is what I went with, limestone for the most part through the whole entire thing. And then I went with this green roof. Now this green roof is actually a chiseled wool. It's actually a carpet. It's called Legacy Carpet through chisel. So I had a ton of green wool. I wanted to add a little bit of color to it. Didn't really want to use emeralds because obviously that's a very intensively costing resource for us to use. And so, oh, did I leave my flux capacitor inside? I did. And so I went with that green carpet roof. I think that it looks really nice. I like the green accents to it. There she be. Let's charge everything up. Because I think my boots were, yeah, my boots were out of power. That bad boy is charging up. I think that should be fine. Stick her away. But yeah, so where is my food? There she be. So yeah, I think that the color looks really nice with the limestone. The green and the white just look really, really elegant, I guess you could say. So like I said, very much similar to that over there, but just over here. And this is going to be our own place to put our Electroblob stuff in. I haven't fully decided on if I want to use elevators or not, or how I want to be able to get up to the top there. But this is what it is for now. I even put some of that carpet down here to kind of tie everything in. And if we come up here, I did use the darker limestone on the top there, but we get some good views here. We can take a peek out over there, take a peek out over there, you know, like somewhat good views. But yeah, we'll get everything stuck up here. I'm kind of considering maybe we'll just use elevators to get up here, and then we can stick stuff down all around here, because we don't have a ton of stuff for Electroblobs, mainly just decor stuff. And then a little bit of storage. So I feel like it would be cool to have it up in the tower. However, what I was running into is I want to light this, obviously, and I don't really want to use torches. I feel like we've made this nice, elegant wizardry tower, and it doesn't deserve just torches. I mean, I have a few at the base here, but through the rest of it, I want to use something different. So I was looking at lights, and Actually Additions has some cool lamps. And I think these would be perfect for our wizard tower. However, there's a little bit of a process to get them. So if we take a look in Actually Additions, I really haven't dove too much into it, but as you can see, there's a whole bunch of stuff. This is from the Actually Additions book that you can get. So if I go in here, I'm sure there is a recipe to get the book. If you were to lose it for some reason, yes, right here. So you just need some cannoli seeds and some paper, and that'll get you your book if you were to lose it. But as you can see, there's a bunch of stuff in here, and actually there are drills that I didn't realize there were in here. But they use crystal flux, so I guess maybe these drills would be another option for those of you who are looking to early game find something that will work for you. But anywho, that's not what we are looking for. What we are doing are these lamps. So for the basic white lamp, you need some glowstone, you need a little bit of bone meal or just white dye in general, a little bit of black quartz, which we got a decent amount of, and then these palace crystals, which I believe we have some sitting around from miscellaneous chests and such. But there is a way to actually make them. But if we take a peek back at the book here, as you can tell, there's kind of cool stuff in here, like talking about lush caves, which we've run into before, crystal clusters, which we've seen, and which that's probably where we've gotten our crystals from before. There's some banners, which are pretty cool. There's additional decor, which is pretty cool. 2 of 3. I think there's one more page, right? Yeah, one more page. Black quartz it talks on, smiley cloud, coal stuff, talking about how you can make tiny coal and just coal blocks in general, and charcoal blocks, which is pretty cool. Lamps, ender star. So this is actually pretty cool. It's used for certain crafting recipes, so you might have to do that. It talks about the spawner shards, treasure chests, black lotuses, bowls of water, tiny torches, and ball of furs. So for us, we're doing lamps. That's what we're doing. So lamps from Actually Additions are blocks providing lots of light similar to Mystic Glowstone or torches, but they can be dyed with all of the 16 different colors either by crafting them or by placing them on the ground and then right-clicking them with the piece of dye you wish to transfer to them. So when right-clicking them with an empty hand, they will turn on and off, which is what I really liked. Because realistically, for all of these, we're not going to be turning them on and off. We just want them to be consistently on. So there is a way though, if you do want to automate it or to control it more, that you can toggle them with redstone. But if you place a lamp controller facing into one of the lamps, give it a redstone signal, it will turn the lamp in front of it on and off. The thing that makes this very expandable though is that it also toggles every lamp adjacent to that lamp. I don't know what that kind of distance is, like if it has to be right next to it in some form or fashion, or there can be a little bit of distance, I'm not 100% sure. And every other lamp then that gets touched after that. So realistically, you could have a huge field of lamps and then toggle them all with just one lamp controller, which is pretty cool. And then I hit the wrong button, of course. So this kind of goes through it. This shows you the lamp controller and then how you can make the lamp, and then just all the different colors that you can do. So you can actually make them the color you want right off the bat, or like it was saying, you make them white and then you can click on them to dye them whatever color you may want, which is pretty nice. Ultimately, I think that doing it this way, if you know what color you want right off the bat, you'll save a little bit of resources. But for us, I think we're going to just do white. I think white would be our best bet. But we need these crystals. So like I said, I think we have some crystals downstairs. So let's jump downstairs here and check in our random junk inventories, because I feel like I've seen those before and hopefully I haven't just yeeted them away. So we actually do have 3 of them, at least. Yeah, it looks like 3 of them is what we have. I feel like I found so much more of them, but you know what? I probably have just gotten rid of them, not really understanding what I would need them for. I'm not overlooking anything, am I? No, no. No. I do really need to clean these up, though. But anywho, let's hop upstairs. Out our fancy new door. Over to our crafting table. So, obviously we can make it pretty simply just like that. We do need some glowstone though. So, let's get 4 glowstone. And we'll get 6 lamps, which is perfect. Now, the other thing is if you do not have these crystals, there is another way to obtain them. And that is through the Atomic Reconstructor. Interesting, it's giving it different names in the second slot there. It's kind of cycling through things. This is pretty easy to make. Not too hard. You need an iron casing and then just some more iron and redstone. Now, I don't know how this is powered. Not gonna lie. But basically, if we take a peek at these crystals, or actually we could just look at this and show the uses of the Atomic Reconstructor here to show you what you can get out of it. So basically this will allow you to make the different forms of crystals using different resources that are already in Minecraft, like redstone, lapis, diamonds, and emeralds, for example. You can obviously, as you see here, do it in blocks, but you can also do it for the individual ones if you only need a certain amount. So, for example, you know, what we would need are some of these palace crystals, and we would just take lapis and then 40 CF crystal flux, and then we would get that. Now, I am not super familiar with like how we get that crystal flux. There is a battery box, which is pretty interesting. I'm trying to see through here if we need anything specific. There's an Energizer. What is the Energizer? It charges items that hold CF using its energy supply. Interesting. I guess we could just place this down and figure it out. So I think for the time being, I'm actually going to place it somewhere over here. I need to fix this wall. For whatever reason, we came back from the beneath one time and it was not friendly to us. So let's place it right here for the time being. So it needs crystal flux. Hold a redstone torch to toggle. Oh no. Okay, so we need a redstone torch. Let's see, we should have some in here. Torchy boy, torchy boy. Right click to toggle. Pulse, deactivation, pulse. Okay. So it's not active. So if we trying to understand this. Let's take this boy off of it because it's only going to get us in trouble. This is the atomic reconstructor, but I mean, do we just need to put stuff on top of it? Let's grab a piece of lapis. Yeah, it needs crystal flux, which we do not have. Alright guys, give me 1 minute. Let me sort this out. Okay guys, so I figured it out, as you can see. Let's actually really quickly get a lever going here. That'd be sick if I could use limestone, but I cannot. We'll just grab a piece of cobblestone so we can actually turn this off so it's not just continuously going. It should have turned it off. Okay, yeah, seems good. So basically, even though it says it needs crystal flux for it, you can just use normal RF. So as you can see, I just tied it in with our RF system here. Down in our Ender IO basement, our Ender IO and AE2 stuff part of the basement, just temporarily. Obviously I could stick it somewhere else, but you just hook it up to that, and as you can see, you'll know it's working when it starts pulsating like that. Now for the next part, what you'll want to do is if you have a magnet on you, definitely deactivate it, because you're going to be throwing stuff on the ground and you just don't want it to be messing you up. So I'm going to grab just a little bit more lapis. I'll grab like 3 pieces of that. Let's grab like 1 block. And then I'll also grab some redstone to show you guys how redstone works. So let's actually clean up a little bit here, stick those away. Stick those away, that away. Yeah, that should be good. And then, yeah, cool. So the way that you do this is we're going to want to turn it back on. You're going to have this boy going, as you can tell. And all you want to do is throw whatever you want down in front of it. It can be a little bit tricky, so there's different ways that you can do it. Oh, I thought I turned my... Did I not turn it off? Oh, there we go. I forgot it's V to turn it off. So yeah, let's throw this bad boy down. We'll throw a little lapis down there. And boom! It'll get hit by that little pulsating laser, and it'll turn it into a crystal. So we can obviously then do that for multiple. We'll put 2 down there, and it'll turn both of them. Now, you can do it for a whole stack if you wanted to, but you don't have to. You can obviously do it for the certain amount that you want. And now we could do the same exact thing for a block. I don't know. Let's see if we can place it in front of it, because obviously you can throw it. Let's place it in front of it. And it does change it. And then you can break it and then pick it up. It'll give you a block of that material, and then obviously you can break it down into the individual ones, which is pretty cool. So this is a great way to be able to get those crystals that you need if you're not having any luck finding them, because you can find them out in the world, and that might be one of your best bets, is to do it like that. So a pretty cool little part of actually additions. I might look into it a little bit more, because there's even more stuff that you can do including like getting different lenses and things like that. So I think it'd be kind of cool. And even the jam that we've seen previously is from actually additions as well. But obviously for right now we are just focusing on lamps, and we are only going to stick with the white ones, I believe. I don't think I would want another color in here. I just want to kind of keep it, you know, keep it classy, keep it simple, nothing too flashy or crazy. If I could actually fly properly, hop up in here, and then we're going to stick one up there, and then you just right click on it with an open hand. And boom. Now, I don't know, it doesn't give us full light for the whole place, unfortunately. So we'll probably want to have some more lights as well. Which we probably could put in the floor here. Just like so. To make it nice and bright. Now it'll be interesting to see how this looks like at night and how much the light comes out. But we will want to put in, where's my F7? There we go. We're going to want to put in different platforms here so we can obviously get up and down pretty easily. I think we might just do the halfway point if it allows us. If we can, I don't know how many blocks high we can go with the elevators. So what I'm going to do before we end the episode here is I'm going to grab a few more components, try to tidy a few things up here, and then hopefully get pretty set on our wizard tower. So with that being said, guys, I'll bring you back in just a minute. Okay guys, so I did a bunch of work. We're not quite finished. I'm going to put a few final touches on it off camera, but I'm going to show you what we got before we wrap up here. So this is our wizard tower. I think ultimately it turned out really nice. I have some lamps at the bottom there. I have some lanterns up at the top to give it some light, and overall I think it looks great. I went with the glass panels and I chiseled them to look like that, and I really like the aesthetic of those panels. And then we come in here, and I didn't have to put in more than 2 elevators, one on this floor and one on the top floor. So it actually has a decent amount of range, surprisingly. And then I just put the lamps kind of in between here to light up the tower all the way up to the top. I know I probably could have gone cheaper and just done, you know, torches or whatever, but I had lamps and I figured it would look nice. So we could also put some more down here if we wanted to. I have actually a few more that we can put in here, just like so, and then turn these bad boys on if we wanted to. So you can look straight up and see the top there. It's almost like a cool little vortex or something like that. So we hop up here and we have our wizardry area, which is cool. It's very small, don't get me wrong, but we don't need a ton of space for everything that we're doing for Electroblobs. We need a storage crate to house our spell books and miscellaneous items, and actually in order to move this, for those of you who don't know, if you break a crate with stuff in it, it'll spill everything everywhere just like a chest would. But if you put one of these storage crate keepers in it, you just craft it, stick it in the inventory of the crate, it'll hold the inventory. And these are pretty easy to make, just some black quartz, iron, and then some wood. So not too bad at all. But yeah, so we got this all set up, got some lights down here, got some bookshelves up there, another light there, and then obviously our workbench here, our arcane workbench. I'm going to add in some more aesthetic items in here just to make it look nicer. Like maybe I'll get a armor stand here, and then we can put some of this, some of the wizardry armor that we have on the armor rack. I think that'd actually be pretty cool. Actually, you know what? Let's do that really quick. Armor, if I could spell. So there's different kinds. There's the Bibliocraft one, and then there's a Minecraft one. And I don't really know which one would be the best. It looks like the Bibliocraft one is the easiest one to make. So we'll just do that. Then I think it was that with some sticks. And we're going to get a spruce armor stand. And we could just throw that bad boy over here. I'm actually going to take this bookshelf out. And I'll stick that here. And then what we can do is take a hat, and we should be able to place it on there. Ooh. Okay. It's not looking like it wants to do this for us. Well, that's a bit of a bummer. Unless you have to have a complete set. I don't know. Let's try what we have currently. It does what we have currently on here, but for whatever reason, it doesn't work with our wizardry one. Maybe it's just the type. Maybe the type of stand I'm trying to use just doesn't want to work with it properly. I don't know, I'll have to look into it more, but I want to add some more aesthetics up here, just some more miscellaneous odds and ends to kind of bring the whole vibe together. I think it'll be really nice, and it just gives us a really good place to have all of our wizardry stuff. So obviously we can hop down and get out of here, and that's our tower. Now some more modifications might come in due time, but for now I think that's how it's going to be. I need to get obviously a road going over to it. It'd be kind of cool if we had some like cool looking trees around it, like some different ones than just spruce, to make it seem like, hey, this, you know, is a it's more of a wizardry area with like cool plants and floral items. So but we'll have to play it by ear and see what we can find and what we can come up with and put around there. Eventually maybe we'll get into some Thaumcraft or Britannia, and maybe we can tie that in as well. Maybe having those on the opposite side of our little pond area here, and kind of tying in a magical space in our town. So, but anyway guys, that is going to do it for this episode. I hope you all enjoyed. If you did, feel free to leave a like down below or leave me a comment. I do read through all of your comments. I really appreciate it. Skonig, I think DB Archangel did comment on an episode recently. Dark Rubicon left me a comment as well. So all you guys, I really appreciate it, and I appreciate all of you who are watching and are just following along with the channel. We are almost at 200 subscribers. As of today, we're at 199. So if you're new to the channel and you want to follow along, hit that subscribe button. Get us bumped over to 200 if we already haven't gotten there. Or better yet, boost us all the way up to 300. It'd be really cool to reach another goal in subscriber count. Other than that, guys, thank you for sticking through till the end. I will catch you all in the next one. Thanks. Bye.